So let's try this again. So this is my fraudulent divorce case as is today. I mean, it's still open, right? And so anyway, what had happened was, we're going to go to more of the end. So I start all of a sudden getting downloads. My gift, the more they do, the stronger it gets and the more pissed off it gets. So anyway, they never submitted any of these things because Kevin wasn't using his legal name. So they never filed any of these documents for the civil deficiency notice, right? So I get led to that fact.
Not at the proper time.
I get led to that fact. And then, these are the high points. They go and they falsify a qualifying domestic. They issue a divorce decree on August 31st, 2017. Okay, then they go on 2012. They motion, where is it? Motion for judgment, attorney's fees for unreturned, and request for hearing. And where is it at? Request for hearing, where is it at? Motion to amend decree of divorce and restore plaintiff's maiden name. Well, his maiden name's Alfonsi. See, they wanted to hide that. That's how he filed.
That is his maiden name. What are they doing?
Saying plaintiff's maiden name. Well, that's plaintiff is Kevin Alfonsi. So what are they amending? They're doing fraud. So anyway, I don't know why they're doing fraud. Well, it's because they're falsifying retirement documents.
See, the operating engineers, they're falsifying documents for the 302 operating engineers. So the 302 operating engineers has his name as Kevin Alfonsi LG. Yeah, the name he hid all the way through divorce. So now they're creating a name change document to just send in to the operating engineers that he's changed his name to Kevin Alfonsi, right? So they're going to change the name change in there, and then they're just going to submit the name Kevin Alfonsi on the qualifying domestic relations order. Normally in a marriage, if you were married to somebody and they worked for the operating engineers and changed their name, you would submit both the name Kevin Alfonsi and Kevin Alfonsi LG. But what they're hiding is he's going to submit this paperwork with just the name Kevin Alfonsi on it, secretly still be married to me under the name Kevin Alfonsi LG, right? But just let me get retirement from the name Kevin Alfonsi. See, this is a pretended divorce. And he's having people make up orders now and just submitting it, say, nope, she only gets retirement under Kevin Alfonsi. I'm still going to be married to her, and I'm hiding my legal name from her. So I don't want you, getting any retirement, giving her any retirement from my true legal name, because, I'm just using this person. I'm just using them.
Operating engineers, 302, for my portion of the retirement. So they're going to send in just the name Kevin Alfonsi when his name is really Kevin Alfonsi LG. So they're making a QDR order out just in the name Alfonsi. This is all from downloads. So I get led to the evidence, I get led to the proof and everything. So they falsify a QDR order. I have no idea. I got my decree back on August 31st, 2017, and I have no idea. These guys are going on to do more just divorce stuff, changing names, and I have no idea he didn't file suit in his legal name. I have no idea. So anyway, I find that out this year, and then I find out they falsified a qualifying domestic relations order on the 24th. Amended divorce decree. They're restoring his name back to the name he filed suit in. And then they send it in to the QDR order way. He continues to use the name Kevin Alfonsi LG, which is a secret. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Because this is actually an illegal name change. You don't do it like this. It's
Nope.
not Alaska State Statute Title 25, Chapter 24. You can change your name during the proceedings. That name change needed to happen up here on August 31st, 2017.
That's right.
But they didn't. They were just creating falsified documents for the operating engineers, right?
That's right.
So anyway, I find that out. And then, what else do I get led to this year? Oh, that they didn't file they never filed any tax returns at all.
Not one.
None.
Not one.
When they did this, they got the civil deficiency notice. They never replied to it. So then when they do later on, you're supposed to file all these documents here with your complaint for divorce as required by law. Complaint for divorce. You have to have these documents. But they don't do it. They never, in this entire divorce, they never submitted the 2014 tax returns.
No.
And I find out this year.
Mine was
Because with the
submitted, but
pay
not
stubs,
Kevin's.
They just submitted 302 operating engineer pay stubs for divorce. They never submitted the 2014 tax returns for the Alaska Birch Syrup Company LLC and Williams Construction and Remodeling. They never submitted it. And then Kevin's just personal tax return. They never submitted the 3 tax returns required for divorce. It says your most recent taxes. They never did it. And they didn't fill out the VS 401 certificate of divorce. That's why child support, not child support, no, that's a joke too. We never got the proper amount of child support because they never submitted tax returns. So the VS 401 certificate of divorce, that's why Vital Statistics said 2 years after divorce was supposedly over and decree issued, I walk in and they say, we never got a VS 401 form from the courthouse. They never filled one out. They never sent it to us. You know, there is no divorce for Kevin Alfonsi LG as intended, or Kevin Alfonsi. We don't have anything. The courthouse never sent us anything. So these things on the list required to file for divorce were never done. Okay, so I find that out, right? Put the pieces together this year. So then, what are you going to get stuck now? It's stuck. Okay, so then I go on, and then I find out, you know, I find a lot of this out, and then I find out they falsified the QDR order on 10/24. They hurry up and change his name back to Alfonsi while he's still using the name. Order for evidentiary, qualified domestic relations order right here. They falsify this and send it in just with the name Kevin Alfonsi on it. You know, because we're using a false name, we're hiding our legal name, Kevin Alfonsi LG. So they falsify the QDR order, and then they send it into the operating engineers. There's a big story on that too. Okay, so then we go down, okay, and this is just like unbelievable. I mean, God's leading me the whole entire time. He's like, nope, not doing it to my baby. Do stuff to my baby. Don't you do stuff to her. She doesn't hurt anything. She'll even take a spider outside. She won't kill a spider. So anyway, yeah, he gets really PO'd when, I save spiders. I remember one time at work, this girl was like freaking out at the spider, and I just looked up at her and smiled and pet it. So she's like, oh my God. I normally get freaked out myself, so that was just an exceptional day. But anyway, right down, they said I filed frivolous motions. So then they dragged me back to court for judgment after Judge Heath told me I didn't get judgment, and he closed the case. So they dragged me back to court again. And then my intuition gets really pissed off about it.
It does. It gets super pissed off.
Oh, yes. His attorney, Samantha Fleming, you know, I said that's not his legal name. That's not Kevin's legal name. I know it's Alfonsi LG now. I know it is. And she sends me the passport that proved how he filed suit in his non-legal name.
That was awesome.
That's what she did. There's too many. There's bank accounts in the name Alfonsi LG. Give me a break. He signed promissory notes in the name. But I don't know that this has been rigged, right? From day one, I have no idea. So then I find out, I go to do my taxes in 2022.
23.
And everybody's been rigged, right? And I'm just kind of like, no, I want to see.
Alaska's a small town.
October 16, 2023. It was October 14th, 2 days prior to me filing this motion. I go to the tax preparer's office, H&R Block in Wasilla, and I, say, I want to see the tax returns for the Alaska Birch Syrup Company. And the lady says, is your name on it? I said, yeah, I think it is. So anyway, she gets it, shows a huge embezzlement happened. It shows the business never shut down as they said on 1/1/2014. And intuition's it doesn't like how I'm treated. So it's gonna be vicious one way or another. And so it is. Yeah, it's God. You know, he doesn't like his angel touched like that. So anyway, motion to modify spousal maintenance and property allocation. I'm like, I see an embezzlement. I'm gonna motion for this. Well, they just sat on it and they don't do anything, right?
Yeah.
And they just sat on it. So then I motioned to dismiss it. It's a fraudulent case. The man didn't file suit in his legal name, you know? They just ignore me because I don't know that it's been helped by the actual court system to take place. I don't know. And then I put amended motion to the court to acknowledge the theft of assets, right? And then I said amended motion to the court for an evidentiary hearing if the case is not dismissed. I wanted an evidentiary hearing. And then because I found out that they never filed anything in that civil deficiency notice clear back in 2015, you know, it says notice to the court filing the 2014 tax returns of Kevin Alfonsi asked for on 10/21/2015 by the court in a civil deficiency notice sent on 10/21/2015. Well, right after I file that, they're like, oh, no, we're going to hurry up and make judgments and close the case. So they do that.
My friend's like,
They won't
sexual
let me have an evidentiary hearing. They
discrimination,
won't acknowledge that he never
sexual
submitted his tax
harassment
returns.
because
And God's
you're
like,
female.
Yeah,
That's
well-
what this is.
He's not actually filing suit. Kevin Alfonsi LG never filed suit, and that's who you're divorcing, not Kevin Alfonsi. Who is he? You're married to Kevin Alfonsi LG still to this day, as they intended. You know, and I'm just like, oh my God. You know, and he's like, yeah, it doesn't matter what you file in this case. This is a fraudulent case, you know. And then somebody else said, so anyway, they give all these judgments to me, you know, in his non-legal name, right? So then I just said, you know, they're making me participate in a fraudulent court case, right? And then I just said notice of fraud upon the court with new evidence. Well, they stole the 302 operating engineers retirement income from me. That's just proven, right? Amongst many other things. And I never cared. It's the thought that the MF wants me to still be married to him, and they ask I get a life insurance policy in my son's guardianship.
Yeah,
'Cause what did
murdering
I do to you,
scumbag.
you little rodent piece of scum.
My son used to come home and
Turd
say,
on my shoe.
Dad said he's
You
going
know
to kill
what?
you.
Thinks he's all high and mighty. I'm an operating engineer. I'm a psychic investigator, mofo. I'm gonna catch your ass, baby. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause he holds me in high regard. He doesn't like you, and he doesn't like how you've treated me, you little scumbag piece of crap. So anyway, I file a motion for reconsideration. I file civil deficiency memo meld, motion for reconsideration to dismiss judgments as plaintiff Kevin Alfonsi LG used a passport fraudulently for identification to file for divorce on 10/6/2015. And then he says back to me, a motion for reconsideration must be filed with a specific time frame after the order was distributed by the court. This is 10 days. This motion for reconsideration is not timely. And you may file your request in the form of a motion, but not a reconsideration. And then I just said, okay, well, fine, you know, because this is definitely fraud upon the court. I never got to talk about my 302 operating engineers portion of retirement getting stolen because he used fraudulent identification. So on 7/2/2024, notice of fraud upon the court with new evidence. And so I filed that. And then God's coming through and saying, hey, he can help inside the court. Yeah, they helped him hide his legal name. He actually had court cases and stuff under his legal name. But in 2014, Kim, he had a PFD, attachments and everything. And they helped him hide his name in the court system.
Yeah.
And that's how deep this fraud
How are you
goes.
going to fight that?
So we
right?
will do it again. KEV. I type 70 words a minute, but I can't do it right now.
We're having a Salem modern witch trial. But I'm an earth angel, so it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. It is going to hurt.
Okay, let's go see. Let's go do that. Yeah, let's go do that one. So there's the one, see, it even has his name, his legal name there, and he had judgments against that name, right? So in 2014, he had judgments against the name he hid from court, okay? Now, this is what God wanted me to see. So God's like, it's on page 21. God's like, he's getting inside help. Yeah, this is not good to do to my baby. Don't touch my baby with your crap. So, I looked to see if he had him in that name too, but he doesn't. So,
I do notice a
He's
lot of
always loved me.
psychic intuitives
Always
believe in
felt that,
God.
too.
I do notice
no matter
that.
what,
It's really weird.
No matter what, my foul mouth or whatever, he's always just loved me. So there he is, right there, using the name Kevin Alfonsi LG, right? And it has these specific judgments right there. These right here, the
Anchorage,
Valdez
Palmer, and
one,
Valdez.
3VA is Valdez, Palmer, and Anchorage. So the 3AN means Anchorage, PA means Palmer, and VA means Valdez. Okay, so those three judgments and those exact case numbers, okay, and it tells who.
Process
We'll go
servers.
back here a little bit. But you can pull it up. It's from the court system. The court system's helping him hide his frigging legal name in court.
How could
That's
I
how
ever
justice goes.
get justice?
Right?
Really?
And it all goes back to land fraud
Yes, it does.
that officials did to my land
Yes, it
prior
does.
to divorce. So then
Talk
they just
about
entered
sexual
into the
discrimination.
divorce. They hid that land fraud all through divorce. My attorney would not bring the land fraud up. But this is over the real estate I'm on today, this fraud. Yeah, it is. It's attached to it. So now we're going to go back up. You see that on the report date was Wednesday, February 11th, 2015. You can see his name was Kevin Alfonsi LG. You can see he had judgments that everybody got a PFD, and these creditors over here, these people for these judgments said, okay, well, when his name comes through, Kevin Alfonsi LG's names come through, we want you to hurry up and get the money from that PFD and put it towards these judgments.
Yep.
And you know, so that's what everybody does. So then what happens the next year after he files suit in his non-legal name? What happens? What happens? Not good things, ladies and gentlemen, not good things. Okay. So anyway, now we're going to go and we're going to put his name here again. I cannot hint pick very well. I can just type really fast. Okay, and then we'll do attachments. PFD. I'm going to do, yeah, International Union Operating. Tell them your real name, bud. Tell them your real name.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
You're
do
still
that.
working under
Do
that name
Kevin.
too. I know that.
Judges in my guardianship case, they call him
Mr. LG.
Kevin LG. Yeah, they do. I got him recorded.
They call
They're
him
like,
Mr.
yes, Mr.
LG.
LG, and his attorney never, ever denies it, right? She never does. I'm like, huh, that's interesting. And I think God wanted me to notice that right away. See, here they are. They're still looking for Kevin Alfonsi, not realizing his legal name's Alfonsi LG. Okay, so then we're going to go here to, where is it at? Okay, so we got, that's 2019. Doesn't really matter.
That proves a point, though. Go to 2015. Prove the point.
Let's see, this is 2015, but is it volume, whatever. There it is. Nope, right there. So the next year he files for divorce. And they wipe away the Alfonsi LG part,
You wipe away his name. Yeah.
and then they just put down, because his driver's license is Kevin Alfonsi LG.
Still to this day.
Yeah. So then the next year, they probably, who knows? Looking at what they've done, they probably just given him a whole bunch of different IDs. Probably everybody that works for them has different IDs. So anyway,
So they can get lots of
I'm
dividends.
starting to see just this huge, gigantic, just unbelievable corruption. So then all of a sudden, there it is, right? There's it's the very next year. Now he files for divorce on 10/6/2015. The name Kevin Alfonsi LG disappears from the court docket, with
From the
those-
whole
with these
system, from the
cases,
whole
right?
system.
It's replaced by the name Alfonsi, right? But it's attached to the cases the year prior that were attached to LG Alfonsi, right? Or Alfonsi LG.
Yep.
Yeah. So he got help. He got inside help. He just happened to file for suit in his non-legal name, and his legal name at the same time just happens to get purged from the Alaska court system. Let's go to trial. Let's go to trial. Let's go to friggin' trial.